up, one and all? We're coming back with another Lego building stream today. We're chilling, we're doing things, we're hanging out here with you people. I am so excited to be back live with you guys. I know I have not been the most consistent about posting lately or doing content whatsoever, but I'm hoping this stream will make up for it. Supposedly we are live, and I'm trying to make sure that that is... Okay. Why does this keep happening? Every time that I try to go live, so I'm like, I use my phone for the comments. Every time it just becomes... Okay, now it's saying I'm live, because before it was not saying I was live. So, what is up, the block piece dealer? So, we got some 2015 Pirate sets. This is the Blue Coats one. This was the last official Lego Pirates theme that Lego did. Yes, okay, we are now live. We're now live. We're chilling. So I got two of them. So I got this one, which is this little... They're both on the thumbnail. But I have... Oh, we're losing parts. We'll start with this one. It's smaller of the two. And not all the figures are in here because I pulled them out for a build a while back. But we got this like smaller little pirate island thing here with a like cannon on it. So I have that. And then we have what was the Blue Coats fort from back then. And it's not sealed, but it has all the pieces and the figures. Again, the Blue Coat figures, because I did a pirate mock a bit ago. But I'm very excited to add both these to my collection. But we're going to start with the smallest one. This one actually comes with this nice, it was a newer version of the crocodile for 2015 that was newer. So we're going to start with that one, and we're going to go from there. See here. All right, so we got the figures. We got this cool female pirate figure. I really like the headband slash hairpiece she has. Oh, wow. Okay, this set was not taken apart fully. What is up, Murderous? Yo, Brad, been waiting for like an hour. Hey, it has a time zone of when it's going to go live. So if you look at the bottom of the stream, it should usually say when it's going to go live. Oh, that piece is broken. All right, that's fine. Yeah, so I'm doing these ones this week because the other ones that I want to build, I kind of want to save for a little bit. So I'm just starting off with these for now. There's going to be some reddish browns. What's up, Rat Man? So he came with a little like a little barrel with a I don't even know, this paddle and stuff. And then we got, as I said, an alligator. It's a nice little set. So 2015 Pirates was the last official Lego Pirates theme, and unlike Lego Castle, they didn't do like Nexo Knights or anything like that. They didn't do Nexo Pirates, which would have been a very interesting Lego theme, to say the least. I feel like Nexo Pirates would have not done well if they did that as a theme. Why didn't Nexo Knights have... Okay, I guess they... No, they did Ninjago Pirates. Which, like, yeah, you know, it's cool. Actually, those sets are pretty cool. The Ninjago Pirates are pretty cool. All right, so we got this little boat we be making. Uh-oh, okay, I think the rifle I pulled out, which I got plenty extra of those. A few extra came with El Dorado a while back. So let's see. What is there to talk about? First off, I'll be at Brickford, Virginia next week, which almost didn't happen. I kind of went through some stuff lately, and because of that, like, I almost was not able to go to Brickford, Virginia this year, which I was going to suck, but I'm very excited about. Oh, that part's already in there. So very excited I can still do that. So like, yeah, that was very sad when I thought I wasn't going to be able to go. But thanks to some friends in the community, really helped me out, really helped make sure that I will be able to go. So very excited for that. All right. We're gonna mute some people here because there's some stuff being said that I don't really want in this chat. So I like to keep it clean here, people. Sorry, I apologize to anyone who's just joining and seeing all that stuff. What's up, Ron? I was just thinking about you, actually. But yeah, sorry about that, guys. Just, we keep it clean in this chat. Okay, I need another panel. I'm missing a panel. There's definitely going to be pieces missing from this, because I think I brought it off, like, eBay. Do I have Nexo Knights? I have 3 Nexo Knight sets. I don't hate Nexo Knights. Nexo Knights is not a bad theme when it comes down to it. It just wasn't received well, and I can honestly understand why, because people wanted Castle and that wasn't Castle. It's a great theme. Nexo Knights is a fantastic theme, just not a good Castle theme. I am also although Cyber Sharks would be cool, I agree. That's what I'm saying. Like, it would have been kind of cool to get like Nexo Knight Pirates. Nexo Pirates, but yeah, and then there's those D&D. The D&D leak happened, which I'm very excited about. I didn't know what to think originally about when we got the D&D figures. Like, I think the figures that I saw, and so there's a magazine that kind of got leaked with all the figures in it, and the figures look good. I mean, I'm excited. It's definitely like, there's none of them I want to army build. Like, there'd be some shields and stuff that'd be cool to get like a bunch of for an army. But overall, they're just fun figures for the parts. I think when it comes down to it, I really just like, I want one wave of just all the figures. And then I want a bunch of extras of all those figures to do like just customizing figures with. Like, there's some stuff that, like, parts-wise, that's really cool. Like, it's Lord of the Rings level parts. Like, like Rivendell had some amazing weapons and stuff like that. And this set definitely gave us that level of parts. So, I definitely can't wait. I'll be, like, taking them apart for making other figures and stuff like that. But I definitely want a full, solid wave of them. What's my favorite pirate set of all time? Barracuda Bay. I gotta give love to Barracuda Bay. It was basically my first pirate set I ever owned. I'd have to say. But I think that one is officially my favorite one. They did just such a fantastic job on that set. There's so many fun Easter eggs. Just so much good stuff to that. Yeah, it's hard because I don't actually have that many pirate sets. I got Barracuda Bay, Eldorado Fortress, 2009 Pirates, and a original like pirate set. But I don't have many others besides it. And I have these two pirate sets, which... Oh, and I guess I have the Imperial ship too. The older one, not the 2000... I think it came out in 2010 one. Which, that's a good set. Iron's old school original Imperial ship. It was great to have a good ship, and it was perfect with the brown sails. I agree with that. It is a really cool set. You have the Black Knight's Castle. Nice. Which one? I actually have... I have the first Black Knight's Castle that came out. I mean, most pirate stuff nowadays is honestly not cheap. It's weird because unlike Castle, I feel like I see pirate stuff pop up less on the market. All right, I think I'm missing a piece, but I think that's a piece that I have extras of. Your Remnants of Saber Island, that's really cool. Oh, with the Black... Okay, so the second Black Knight's Castle. That's a cool set. All right. So, I don't know if you guys saw, but I posted a teaser on my community tab because there's so few people here and watching this right now. I'm going to tell you guys what that teaser is about. So Stud Freedom Animations is this really cool animator. I've seen his stuff for a while. I found him on Instagram a while back, and he recently reached out to me and was like, hey, I'd love to collaborate with you, and I'd love to make you a new Tavern Talk intro. So, we've been working together and creating that new Tavern Talk intro, and it is so good. He just sent me the first draft of it, and I'm going to tell you guys, it's looking good. It was really just the music plus so many things. It looks fantastic as an intro, and we are putting it chock full of Easter eggs. There is at least a reference to basically most castle themes throughout it. What's up, Cheesy Studios? How you doing, my friend? Oh, we getting this sweet, sweet inside scoop. Yes, you are. Dude, all I'm going to say is we're so. On top of that, I am working on the full history of Lego Castle, which is like a 17-minute video. Just kind of, if you don't know too much about Lego Castle or just kind of want like a good video that's going to be talking about the history of it, I'm making that video. So that video was originally going to come out like last week or even this week, even like I think it was yesterday. It's not done yet, but I'm holding off to posting it until I have this new intro done. And the intro is getting close to being done. And I'm very excited about it, if you can't tell. He sent me the draft today, and I was like freaking out because I was like, this is even better than I originally thought it was. I will say, in my full history of Lego Castle video, I do mention Cheesy Studios because there is no one who knows Knights Kingdom 2 as well as that person. You should do a full castle lore timeline. So I do plan on doing that eventually. I want to get all the Tavern talks done first. Uh-oh. I want to do all the Tavern talks done first, and then I want to do a lore one. But, like, it's mostly going to be, like, Yellow Castle to Fright Nights, because that's technically all the connected ones. I would definitely love to do a full lore video, but I want to get each of the themes done first, because that video is going to be a long video. Like, that's not a short video to make. So it probably will happen one day, but not anytime soon, because I'm going to need time to make sure I do it right. And because I've made the mistake of putting out a video and then being like, hey, I messed up on the lore in this part and this part. So I just want to make sure like I have the lore down before I go down that route. Do I like Lego Western? Yeah, I mean, I did a Lego Western CMF video. I loved Old West stuff. I have a few of the Lone Ranger sets. I do very much enjoy. I used to, some of my favorite movies are like The Magnificent Seven. What's up, Imperial Glory? Like, I love those movies growing up, and that's kind of like I love Western, pirates, all that stuff. But I just, like, I don't own any of the newer, like, old classic Western stuff. I think I may own some actually, I own one set from that era. But I don't own many, which I'm kind of sad about. I'd love to get more, but it's like, I'm just focusing on Castle right now. I think at some point, I'll stop collecting Castle and move on to other stuff. And maybe even sell off my Castle collection to focus on another theme for a while. But, it's just right now my focus is Castle, and I want to collect Castle, and so I have a lot of those sets to do content with. Theory, all LEGO Castle themes are connected. I say nay. I think there's sections of LEGO Castle that are connected. So like for a fact, Yellow Castle to Fright Nights is 100% connected, and I have plenty of proof to back that up. But I also think Fantasy Era and Vikings are connected. I once heard someone say that Knights Kingdom 1 and 2 are connected, like there is a connection there. But I can't remember it. So, because that was so long ago. So I don't think it is, but like, yeah, that's like the eras I would say are connected. But then I think there's a bunch of like one-off ones. It technically all could be connected, and there are some connections. Like if you look at the CMF line, there are connections between that and other castle themes. So like, for example, the Evil Knight, his bio mentions Battles of the Batlords, Cedric the Bull, and Vladek, which does connect. So okay, yeah. I think they're all sort of connected. So like, that does connect Knights Kingdom 1 and 2 to that original castle theme. Main Run is definitely connected for sure. But then there's other stuff like in the Forestman's bio. He mentions trolls, which technically could be a reference. Like if you look at it, and want to interpret it right, it could be a connection to Fantasy Era. And the Forestman CMF figure is connected to Forestman, so that would connect the branch to the Fantasy Era. Kingdoms and 2013 Castle are the two outliers. Like, there's definitely nothing that I can find. The only connection, okay, I guess there is one connection to Kingdoms. If you want to look at it, Kingdoms could be connected because the Black Falcon that's in it. But I also think, like, that figure, so, like, we have these different Lion factions. We've had many different Lion factions. And, like the Royal Knights and two Kingdoms does use very similar, like, color scheme, and it has a very similar look. Like, if you think about it, Kingdoms Lion Knights could just be an updated Royal Knights. So, I definitely could see that. But, like, so I see it as, like, we've had all these different, like, the Falcon Knight that's in the tournament set of Kingdoms, I just think that is a separate world, quote unquote. Like he's part, like that's just another kingdom inside the kingdom's world. And like he's not a black falcon. He's just a falcon knight. Like we have the lion, dragon, falcons. So my favorite castle faction, 2010 Dragon Knights. I love that faction. I know it was very small and it was a part of a small, like, it's part of Kingdoms. Favorite castle faction. I absolutely love the color. In my opinion, that they just did such a fantastic job on that theme, and I will die on that hill that it's one of the best castle factions ever made. The figure printing on it is amazing. The color scheme is top notch. And that's not just because I'm partial to the color green. I just think they did everything right on that theme. My favorite movie. Oof. It jumps around. I'm trying to think, like, Lord of the Rings definitely up there, some of my favorites. One of my favorite guilty pleasure movies is like Surf's Up. I do enjoy that movie unironically. But I don't know. There's like a bunch, like Rogue One. I love Rogue One. But I think I probably like Lord of the Rings trilogy, or even A Hobbit. Probably some of my favorite movies. If I had to pick one of the Lord of the Rings movies, the third. Return of the King is probably my favorite Lord of the Rings movie. Favorite Lego set, Lion Knight's Castle. It is one of the best castles ever made. Just the best castle set ever made. It really was a love letter to Lego fans. That set really was a love letter to Lego fans. I just think they did a fantastic job on it, and yeah, I think Lion Knight's Castle for sure. You are owning the set that's being built right now? So I'm not building this one. I'm building a smaller one I have from 2013 Castle. But you might possibly be right. It's got a little skeleton face on the front. What do I think? What do I think that will be the next Castle remake or new faction? It really just depends. I mean, technically, I did get the Bricklink Mountain Fortress. I don't have it with me right now because it got shipped to a friend's house. So I'll be picking that up actually when I go down to Virginia. Very excited about that. I think we're going to be getting the Kraken faction next from the LEGO Ideas vote. But besides that, like, for an actual castle set, I have no clue. There is a rumor that there's only 3 new original themes coming from LEGO next year. But, like, I don't know. I honestly don't know what's going on. I don't know, like, LEGO hasn't really made it clear, like, they've been really trying to lock down on those leaks. And, like, we aren't seeing a lot from next year. So I have no clue what LEGO's been working on for, future castle sets, future, remake. I have a feeling we're going to get more. I have a feeling that next year we will get like some sort of castle remake. Who knows? We might get a whole castle theme, because it might be the year of the castle. But I don't know. Like, it just comes down to, like, we only know what's going to happen usually because of leaks. So I'm hoping something cool happens here soon, but we shall see. I don't think there was an Easter egg to Royal Knights. I think it's Black Knights. I think Black Knights will be coming soon, but Yeah, just, I'd love a Lone Castle theme, and I think we can all agree that that is the move that we want LEGO to be doing. I think we want something like that. They definitely should. I think, okay, this is my theory. I think we will get a release of the Lion Knight's Castle, but I think that's going to be for the 100 years of LEGO. Like, I think we just said 90 years of LEGO, so that was 2 years. So 2032, when I'm in my 30s, oh my gosh. Jeez, we'll see what I'm still doing in 10 years, 8 years now. I think in 2032, I think we will be getting a Yellow Castle remake or some sort of Lego Castle re-release. I could definitely see that happening. But I don't know. We'll see. I think I think at some point we will get a Yellow Castle remake. I'm curious to see what the future of Lego Castle holds. I'm very okay if we get another castle set like the Lion Knight's Castle. I just want it to happen, and not to keep sitting back here and going, oh, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? So it'll be interesting to see what happens for sure. This set is missing, has a few broken pieces on it, which could have happened in a few different ways. Like the cannon, the holder for the cannon, the clips. 2 of the clips are broke, which sucks. I think leaks are a good thing because it's exciting more people paying attention until it's released. I agree. I personally do. Okay, so I like and dislike leaks because sometimes it ruins something. Like Lego has a big plan for something. So this, okay, pros and cons of leaks. Pro, I like to know about a set early. I like to know so I can start be like, hey, at this time period, like this set is coming out and I can now save for it because I know it's coming out. So that's a big pro in my opinion. I think that's something that I really like is when we just, we know what's happening. We can look in 5 years, I'd be like, hey, I know next year this set's gonna be released. So there's that. Very, I always am excited for that kind of thing. So that's a pro. Knowing what's coming. I have a bunch of cons about leaks though. First off, they always ruin. Like Lego will have this big idea of big plan, and they're gonna have this big idea of a release of something, and a leak comes out and just completely ruins it. So that massive surprise that we all get excited for, it just kind of gets ruined because someone just leaked it early, and it's kind of nice to sometimes be surprised, oh my gosh, this set's coming out. It's awesome to see that. So there's that side of it. There's also the side of there's that side. There's the side of just people see this really blurry, crappy image and just start crapping all over the set. And it's you haven't even seen the image. You haven't even got to see the minifigures. You haven't even got to see anything about the set, and you're already crapping over it, even though you know nothing about what's actually happening with it. That's something I kind of dislike when it happens. All right. First set is done. We're going to start the second set. So we got our little pirate cove here. I do really like something about this era is this set actually connects to a different one. The D&D CMF won't be at the end of the year. That's not that's September. There's an extra piece in this. All right. definitely a couple pieces that I'm going to have to find for this set in the future. But let's find a good spot to put this. It's a little cool set, though. Be fun to add to the collection. All right, we're going to start on the Imperial base next. Oh, wait, I had the flags. I put the flag in a different thing, too. I should have re-gotten together everything before I... All right. Have you heard the tiny set of the tiny... Yes, I know of Knights Procession. I actually own one of the minifigures of it. There is also a reference to Knights Procession in the Lionites Castle. Alrighty. So this time, the pirates get a tiny bow. Oh no, the flag is in here. Yeah, no, right? I can't believe it is. Like, August is next week, and next week means I'll be at Brick Fair, Virginia, which is absolutely insane that I'll be there so soon, but... Like, Chicago literally just felt like yesterday to me. But summer's been fun, so I can't really complain. Do I think that... No. I do not think that the new faction will have a wave of sets. That new faction vote is just for the Gumball prize machine. Don't think that we're going to get anything else besides appearing on that and maybe Pab. Love both. Like, that's what's happening. That's why if you watch my last stream I did, I ranted for a good, like, 15 minutes about why I didn't like that vote. Because we aren't getting a full castle line with it. We're just getting these random sets. So, yeah, that's the not so... Oh my gosh. Oh. That's why I don't like that vote. As I said, just like, we're not getting a full line of castle sets. It's just a one-off random set. I would absolutely love... I think the Bulls deserve a remake. They are such a good faction, and I think the look of them was honestly, in that theme, was better of the two. I'd also love, like, in the CMF line, I'd love a new Cedric the Bull. I would love a new King Richard from the Royal Knights. I'd love a new Robin and Hood. Like, some of these characters that are big, I'd love a new Vladik. Those, big name characters throughout LEGO Castle's history who I'd absolutely love remakes of. And they're, yeah, most of them are bad guys, but, like, bad guys are pretty cool, so. Like, the Bull Knights are the better of the two factions, in my personal opinion, from Knights Kingdom. It is so sad they didn't get... Yeah, and so they are, like, supposed to be a group of bandits. So, like, it does kind of make sense, but... They did get war machines, which was kind of cool. And that's what I love, is, like, the remake of the war machine, that set from that era. All right, I'm doing the boat last. Because it had some cool things. And I love, like that one set that has like the 3 war machines plus the bowls. So it's like basically a bowls battle pack. That's the set that needs to be remade. I also really like that about Pirates 2015. It's like even in the back of the instructions it shows it. Yeah, this. Like, it just shows it there where it's like they can connect. And I think that is a really great feature. I think it's cool. Like, they're great standalone sets, but then you can also add stuff together to make it bigger. And I think that's something that LEGO LEGO Pirates and other pirate themes didn't do a great job of. Like, it's something that we need more of in LEGO Castle. is getting these smaller sets that, like, older sets did this a lot better, but I feel like every set now is just like a standalone set when it's like, hey, it's really cool to get 3, 20, 30, and $40 sets and they connect together, but they're also great on their own. How many blue coat soldiers do I have? I think I have like 10. I haven't bought any off of Pab. It's just not been like a priority for me. Pound, I agree. So that's the thing. Also, the Spaceman has become this collectible thing of getting all the different colors. That's like, and if it's the gold one, it makes sense. Like, it's really cool to get these collectible figures. But when it comes to like castle, anyone can build a castle set. Anyone can build something that's based on castle. But castle figure, like when you build knights, it's army builders. You army build knights. Like, that's kind of one of my problems. So, I definitely think that's just kind of an issue, is we should have gotten, you know, it should be, I don't know, something that's not that. At least just a castle set for, you know, anything. All right. I did get the new, I did get some of the new Wolfpack. I saw someone talking about Wolfpack in there off of Pab. Thank my friends Madkiss Bricks. I think he ordered like 5 for me, which is like perfect. I have a small Wolfpack army, so that will just add some variety. Definitely gonna have some fun. I wanna make like a Wolfpack Tavern at some point. That's the goal. I wanna make something called the Wolf's Head Tavern. That is the goal of, I think, one of the next few things I wanna build. And maybe I'll like do that after because I've kind of done with Frostholm. I really just need to make like one last Frostholm update, because I think that will kind of be my last Frostholm update. There's a lot of stuff I wanted to do with Frostholm, but I'm just kind of gotten to the point where it's like I had a lot of fun with it. It was great, but I really want to do some other stuff. Like I really want to build a Fright Knight's castle. I want to build a Wolfpack mock. There's so much fun stuff to do, and you know, only so many pieces I have right now. All right. Because like for the Fright Nights one, I want to build like this gray plate, like 2x2, 2x2, 32x32 plates. And then there's like this is like kind of mountainish, and then there's this black fortress on the top of it, and that's really what I want to do, like this, and use the capes from the Vampire Knight minifigure as like decorations on the wall. There's just like banners on the wall. There's so much cool stuff I'd love to do there for a Fright Nights mock. Do you buy sets off eBay or Bricklink, and which one do you think is better? So I buy sets off eBay, Bricklink, and Macari. So this is the thing. Sometimes on Facebook Marketplace. Sometimes what I do, I think I bought this off Facebook Marketplace. My personal opinion with that and what you should do, if there's a set you want, look at Bricklink, see how much it goes for, what it's selling for. Then go on Mercari, Facebook, and eBay and see if it's selling on any of those platforms and if you can buy it for cheaper. Because sometimes you can buy it from cheaper from there. Then what you should do is buy the cheapest option. Now, if you're just like, I want to buy castle sets, I don't really care what it is, go on Mercari, Facebook Marketplace, eBay, just be looking through castle stuff, see what's new, see what people are posting. And then when something pops up that does interest you, you just end up getting that. Like that's what I did in the past. Very dangerous road to go on. I kind of had to stop because I was spending way too much on those sites. But it's really just pick what one you want. Like, I don't, it really just comes down to what you're trying to do. I think it's the best way that I can put it. I think there's just a point of just like, yeah, I don't know. Like, Bricklink's good. I always see Bricklink as just like the average. That is the, can't find anywhere else. You'll probably be able to find it on Bricklink for, you know, like a decent price. But, you know, if you're trying to find deals, if you're trying to do that, you know, it really just depends. Like, more recently, I've stopped, like, I usually only buy when I go do a used Lego store or go to, Lego conventions, or like kind of the big times that I buy used Lego now, because usually I can get good deals, or like I can just get it right then and there and be able to check condition. Because the hardest thing about buying online is you don't ever know what condition something is. The number of sets I built on the stream that are missing parts and stuff is just insane. Would I ever get into vintage Star Wars sets? I used to be a big Star Wars collector. I'm actually working on selling off some. So I'm bringing a lot of Lego to sell at Brick Fair, Virginia at their garage sale. I do like Lego Star Wars. But right now I'm selling a bunch of Harry Potter, some newer Star Wars sets. So I used to work at the Lego store and had a discount. I used to buy stuff used with that discount. It was a big discount. Just to like check out some stuff because there's just stuff I was just interested in. And then in the end, like, I have Diagon Alley, and I'm going to be selling that, and Mos Eisley Cantina. I think vintage Star Wars sets are cool, but, like, really for Star Wars, what I get into collecting is the stuff that, like, hey, I really love Mandalorian. So I have collected all but one Mandalorian set. Like, I'm talking, like, the Mandalorian culture, not just, like, Boba Fett or stuff like that, or, like, the Mandalorian TV show. Mandalorian culture. So the old Death Watch Battle Pack is, I think, one of the few sets I don't own. And then there's a couple minifigures I'm still trying to pick up. So, for me, like, Star Wars is cool. Star Wars is great. But I just, like, for Castle, there's a difference of, like, hey, I want to collect the vintage stuff. But for Star Wars, I just don't have that urge, I guess. I think I had a lot of my brother's vintage stuff, and I thought that stuff was really cool, but I just don't have the urge to get it. What are my top 3 castle sets in my collection? Lion Knight's Castle. I have the tournament set. That set's pretty cool. I also have... Ooh, oh, that's a tough one. I honestly don't know what 2 and 3 would be, because like I have the entire Kingdoms line, and I really do love that line. But like some of those sets do not match up compared to like I have the original Medieval Market Square. Like I don't know. I got a lot, and I think Lioness Castle is definitely on top. I don't know. I just like, it's not like I have a favorite between the rest of them. All right. Now I'm really trying to think of what other castle sets are my top 3. Yeah, that's a really hard question. Because again, like classic castle sets are really cool. I do really like classic castle, like Fire Breathing Fortress. But building that set does not compare to some of the other sets. It's just how it is. Like there are some sets are just like, they're epic. They're really good. But when it comes down to it, like some of the newer ones, like the Blacksmith, definitely, yeah. Oh man, Lego Castle's good. They're all in my top 10. I think I have an easier time picking minifigures than sets. I do have Dwarves Mine, and it is a good set. But like, it's a good set. But like, I don't know. I don't. Now I'm trying to think. Like, what is. Like, again, it's a really cool one, but does it compare to some of the other ones? The Orc CMF is a really good. Do I have any Black Seas Barracuda and Caribbean Clipper? I got both. Nice. No, I don't have any. I don't have much of the classic ones. Okay, so the thing is, the dwarf set is so unique because really we should be getting more mindsets. Let's be honest. More mindsets is where it's at. More mindsets are like definitely where it's at. But yeah, I don't know, because I think Lego has this thing where they focus on certain areas in Lego Castle. They focus on the castles and they focus on the military stuff. But there's all this like awesome side stuff that they could be focusing on that like they don't do. And that's something I want Lego definitely to do more of. Is like mines and certain stuff like that. Oh, I put that in the wrong entrance. Oh, there it is. I just remember it right away because it is unique. It is so unique though, and you're right. And I didn't look at that because that's actually sitting right behind me right here. It's my Dwarf's Mine is, so this is my fantasy area shelf is what I call it. What is my rarest minifigure? So it's not Castle. So there is a minifigure that I have from the store I worked at, and you only got it if you. I've never seen one pop. I've seen it like on Bricklink and stuff like that, but it's this cool minifigure, but you can only get it if you bought something at my Lego store during this certain day. And they have it like if you go to some of the Lego store openings, they have a lot of stuff like this, where it's how do I explain this? It's basically like a store exclusive. So it's just like hyping up the grand opening of stores. So I have the one from my local store, which is also the Lego store I used to work at. So it's kind of rare. And it means a lot to me too because like I used to work there and I have this figure from it. It actually sits right on my desk. But that is like definitely a figure. Do I have any Minecraft sets? Yeah, Cheesy, I bet you love that question. I used to. I used to have like 4 or 5, and I actually recently traded them to someone for some other sets I wanted. They were sitting in a bag, and I gave Cheesy a poly bag that I already had opened up. That was one of my other Minecraft sets. I think I have maybe a poly bag still. I don't really have any Minecraft sets anymore. It's just I can't afford to get into Minecraft with all the other things that I'm into. I do say though, I think if there wasn't Lego Castle, I'd probably be a big Lego Minecraft fan because I could still make my armies and stuff. Like I'd love to make a zombie army or I don't know, a Steve army. That sounds like fun. I'd bring that to conventions. People be like, why is this just a massive mock just using Minecraft? Like massive armies. I trade a lot of stuff. There are certain stuff, like I don't trade a lot of my castle stuff. Anything people have given me, I usually, like, that means a lot to me, so I, like, usually take care of them, like, that stuff a lot, and it goes in, like, special places. But, like, I'll trade, sell stuff, because I go through phases of stuff that I enjoy. So it's like, I used to be a really big Lego Harry Potter fan, and there's nothing that made me not really like it. It's just, like, I'm just not into Harry Potter as much as I used to be. And the sets are cool, but I don't display them anymore. So I'm selling off all of those or trading them for stuff that I can use for content and stuff like that. There are certain sets that, like, I have the Mos Eisley Cantina, which I actually, just thinking about that, because I've just boxed it up to sell it at Brick Fair, Virginia. Like, it's a set that I really did like, and I had fun building it, but it's not my thing anymore. Whereas, like, Mandalorian stuff, I bought up a bunch of the Mandalorian sets recently. And I got myself Pre-Vizsla, which is a figure I've been dying for a long time. So it's such a character I always wanted as a kid. But, like, I don't know, like, Minecraft. It's stuff that I used to like, and I just don't play Minecraft as much anymore. I play a lot of survival games, just not Minecraft. So, because I was just like, I don't need this, and I think I traded, what did I trade that for? It was something that I wanted or another. So, I don't know. For me, it's just like, at this point, I've kind of gotten to the point where there's certain sets I like. I don't take apart a lot of sets. I usually just end up trading or reselling them for something I do want. So. Okay, but rarest minifigure. Let me go back to that question. I don't know if I own many rare minifigure. I think that Pre-Vizsla is definitely up there. That one figure I mentioned, that's probably my rarest in my collection, because I don't know how many people actually have that as a figure in their collection. And it probably goes for a decent amount now. I mean, not a crazy amount, but definitely a decent. What else? I'm like looking through all the minifigures in my collection. Not all of them, but a lot of them. I own a dragon. Technically, I own the dragon, the like $200 Black Knights figure, but I only have like the white plume on him. I don't own the like other side plumes. But I have the rest of that figure. Actually, I think I took him apart recently. Because, I mean, the parts are pretty basic for the rest of him. I do have that Joust set too. It's a good set. I really do like that set. I think I actually built that on this channel. Come on, get on there. Oh, rare minifigures. I got a Magisto keychain. I don't think that's that rare, but yeah, I don't know. It's hard because like I don't there are probably some rare minifigures I do have, but it's also just like those usually aren't the figures I'm going crazy for. I just had a piece just went on this side of the ring room. Like there's castle figures that I want that I know are rare for my collection because I, like it's cool stuff. So I have seen the full size. There have been at Virginia and Chicago. There's been full size Western mocks. They're really cool. All right, we now connect this other side. So that's pretty interesting. They definitely did a simpler design technique for this theme. I own a bunch of Royal Knights themes. So I actually got the Royal Knights Castle, the Drawbridge, one other set. So I have basically every figure that came in that line. And then I have a few extras for my collection too. Where's the bottle? Oh, I already put it there. Never mind. All right. But yeah, no, like at this point, I pretty much own figures from every Lego Castle line. I don't think there's any that I'm missing figures from, or even a set from. Like, I don't have every castle set, but I think I have something from every line, which has been a goal of mine for a while. The one with the I think he is maybe rare, but I guess I do have that figure, so I guess that would be one of the other rare figures I have. Which he's a cool figure. I really like him because it's King Richard, named character, and he just goes with Baz the Batlord, Will the Witch, and what's the other characters from that line? Baz the Batlord, Will the Witch, and Magisto. I just need Robin and Hood. That is the big one I'm looking for, but he's so expensive, so I haven't pulled the trigger on him just yet. I'm hoping some point he just pops up out of nowhere. Like Dark Forest, I'd love to collect. Because actually, Dark Forest is one of the... yeah, that's the only castle theme I don't have anything from. But it's just so expensive. It just doesn't feel worth it. When you can get Forest Men and other themes like that for a lot cheaper. Dark Forest has really good figures, though, I will say that. All right, we're getting close with this one. Almost done here. Alrighty. But yeah, I won't be bringing Frost home to Virginia, by the way. Stuff just kind of changed plans last minute, so I won't have that one with me this year. And it also just, I don't think I was going to be able to get a spot. The convention is basically filled up with mocks this year, so it's gonna be a lot. It was gonna be a lot harder to display, and I just got in too late. So sadly, I won't have Frostholm at it, but I will be there. So at least there is some consolation. There it is. All right. Getting very close, making like a little crank system right now that I think they use to, I think there's like a treasure, yeah, there's a treasure chest on it that is brought up and down. Oh, I'm so glad I don't actually have to like tie. I hate tying rope pieces. I don't mind the ones that are like rope with the studs on either end, but geez, I do not like when I have to tie rope things. It's a lot harder than it should be. Let's just put it that way. It never feels worth it in the end. It is interesting though, because I feel like 2000, even though 2015 Pirates and 2013 Castle is newer, I feel like it is more expensive at times to get sets from because they didn't do as well. Which is like, it's kind of crazy to me that they, like I look for them at times and it's just like, wow, this figure is worth that much? Like, you think it'd be worth less because it was newer and people were able to get it at discount in bulk. But I guess, like, it's not as wanted after, so it's just not bought. I don't know, like, there's a whole thing. Oh my gosh, dude, Ron. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. You do not have to do that, my friend. I appreciate that so much. Thank you so much for the donation, Ron. I didn't realize there's whole animations. That must be new. Guys, as always, thank you for the donations. I never ask for it, and I'll never... but I always is used for the channel, so I do appreciate that a lot. Always put right back into buying sets and getting stuff I need for the channel. So I do. So thank you so much. That little animation keeps catching my eye, and it's kind of cool actually. Wait. Oh. So that's very interesting. Yeah, I don't know. It's very interesting to me that this time period, and I do get it. Like, that time period was not the most popular Lego Castle theme or pirates, but still, like, you think you'd be able to find more of them out in public, or maybe it's just people like that's part of certain people's childhood collections, and so they haven't been sold off yet. I don't know. All right, we're making the crane system right now. Or am I going to put the blue coats in 2000? So my Eldorado Fortress sits right here. You can actually see the corner of it. Probably not. I kind of keep them separate. Not for any like particular reason, but I just like to put them with the set. So they'll probably just go like, I don't know, because it can't really go next to it because there isn't space. But I'll probably have just a little Pirates setup going on. 2013 Castle was great in my opinion. Honestly, okay. So in my History of Lego Castle video, I talk about how it wasn't a super well-received theme. But I'm not saying that, like when you guys watch it, I'm not saying that because I think the theme is bad. This community didn't really like it. And I think this is the thing. I think 2013 Castle was a good theme. I just think what happened was the time period it came out. Well, let's be honest. That set had come out, like those sets had come out now. it would have done fantastic as a theme. But because it came out when it did, yeah, the sets aren't like the best, but I think like it just came off the heels of Kingdoms. It felt too much like it just didn't do anything new that made it feel like, hey, this is a theme that people need to go get, if that makes sense. Like the figures were really good. I think Kingdoms had better figures personally, but like again, it was another Dragon and Lion faction. It just didn't do anything crazy new. But when it came to it, it was a good castle theme. So, like, I don't know. I never have anything against 2013 Castle. I do agree. I do think they were a little bit of a slight downgrade from Kingdoms. I hold Kingdoms to a pretty high standard because I think it was just a fantastic overall theme. It captured what people loved about the original, but it also, for Kingdoms, like it added so much to it. So I don't know. I can never hate on Kingdoms. I have 2013 Castle sets, and they're pretty good. Yeah, I have the Carriage. I recently did that as a short on YouTube Shorts, and I honestly really enjoyed it. I didn't think it was that bad. Oh, you thought I started at 9? No, it's all good. Appreciate you stopping by. I mean, I said 8. Yes, I do have 5 Wolfpack torsos coming. I'll be picking those up at Virginia. I ended up having a friend just buy me some because I didn't want to do a full order. But I have a lot of Wolfpack already, so it's not like super like I needed a ton of them. But yeah, like the Carriage from 2013 Castle was honestly a very solid theme. Like, not theme, set. Like, honestly, really cool. And I think there are plenty of sets that are like that, where they're really solid and well done. Oh. But it just, I don't know, it was overlooked because of the time period it came out. I think LEGO Group kind of failed making a making successful generic themes in that period, which is why they don't really have castle, pirates, or space themes. I agree with that. I think that is the reason that that time period failed and why we don't have those is because it wasn't even our fault. LEGO put low effort into these themes. They just kind of were like, oh, well, they've done well for so long, we'll just make a theme. And then all of us were like, this, what? Like, this is not what we want. Like, we want these, better themes. And they're like, oh, okay, I guess people don't want these anymore because they aren't buying it. And then it's just like, I think LEGO got the wrong lesson. And that's the hard thing. Is like, even if we got a crappy castle theme today, I would buy so many sets from it because I'd want it to do well. I have a lot of extra pieces here, and I don't feel like I should have this many extra pieces. Okay, the barrel goes here. Oh, I see also another place right into it. So, like, to me, I think LEGO just took the wrong lessons from why, like, those teams didn't do well and just went, oh, I think giving us a break for a few years and then coming back with something yeah, I don't know. I just think like that. I think we needed a little bit of a break from Castle and stuff. And I think LEGO could have done a better job of just being like, all right, we'll give you a few years off, and now we're going to come back with some even better sets. But I don't know. I think, yeah, as I was going to say, I think even if we got really crappy castle sets today, like they just put out a bunch, I'd buy all of them up because I'd want to support it and show LEGO, hey, I want this stuff. Please buy us, like, please give us more castles. So, if LEGO applied the kind of polish and remake sets have with Galaxy Explorer to the line with generic sets would be amazing. I agree. Lion Knight's Castle, Galaxy Explorer, Forest Hideout, fantastic sets all around. And if LEGO, you're right, if LEGO just did sets like those and did a good job, we'd buy so many. All right, we got another. We actually got both those done in a pretty good time. So now we have 2 sets from that era. Got some great figures. One of them had a broken hand in his arm, so I'm gonna have to pop up that arm. Thankfully, all my my extra torsos and stuff are sorted, so I can find an extra yellow arm to stick there. And it's just yellow. That's an easy arm to find. But yeah, these sets are pretty cool. The blue coats, it's a pretty simple base, but it's got a nice little prison pop-out feature. Little dock over on the side, and I do love that it connects to the other one, and a little nice crank. So, I mean, overall, it feels like if they took Eldorado Fortress and then just squished it down, like, it feels like, I don't want to say the Wish version of Eldorado Fortress, but it's like, it's got all the different elements of Eldorado Fortress there, just in a lot smaller set. And you do get the flag. The flag is always big. Yeah, me either. I think 2015 Pirates, I understand like the sets were a little bit cheaper, like they weren't, but they aren't bad. Honestly, I like the idea that they can connect. There's a lot of fun stuff to these Pirate sets, so. But yeah, guys, I think that's going to be it for today's stream. Just wanted to build these 2 sets, talk LEGO with you guys. I will definitely not be live next week. The next time I'll be live is after Virginia, which will be when I build the Royal Knight set for my next Tavern talk. Because I'm gonna do Royal Knights in August. Told you guys that last stream, and so I'm gonna do that. But I had a lot of fun. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Thank you so much for the donations. You guys rock, and are just awesome. And I just appreciate all of you guys. And stay on the lookout for my next video because it's gonna be a big one. And I definitely know if you guys have been following me for a while, you'll enjoy it. Good history of LEGO Castle, and also my opinions about that history, I think. Like, kind of talking about some of the different stuff. So, yeah. I'll see you guys on the next stream. Have a good one. Bye. Uh-oh. All right. I'm caught here. You got to get out.